Okay, so we've all been to those big professional conferences, right? You leave totally fired up, your head is just buzzing with a million new ideas. But what if I told you that those few days you spend at the event are no longer the main event? What if the conference is really just the starting line for the real learning?
So let's dive into a feeling that I bet is super familiar to a lot of you. You've just wrapped up an amazing conference, your notebook is literally bursting with ideas, you've connected with some brilliant people, and you feel like you're about to change the world. And then, Monday morning happens.
It's such a common thing, isn't it? That incredible energy, that clarity you had, it just seems to evaporate into thin air as the weeks go by. And hey, it's not just you. This happens to pretty much everyone.
This really gets to the heart of what we could call the conference paradox. On one hand, the highs are absolutely incredible. You've got the energy, the fresh ideas, and you just can't beat that face-to-face networking. But the lows are just as real. You're dealing with information overload, the travel costs and time away from work are no joke, and for a lot of us, the learning just hits a wall the second we walk out the door.
You know, this whole phenomenon actually has a name. It's called the forgetting curve, and it's a really simple idea from psychology. The more time that passes after you learn something new, the more of it you forget, especially if you don't revisit it. So that intense 3-day sprint of learning is fantastic, but without any follow-up, you're basically fighting a losing battle against your own brain.
So, how do we fix this, right? How do we keep all those amazing highs from the conference but get rid of the lows? Well, the answer is in a much smarter way of combining learning methods.
And that solution is called blended learning. The idea is actually beautifully simple. You take the best parts of a live, in-person event and you combine them with the power and the total flexibility of online learning. It's not about choosing one or the other. It's about making them work together, seamlessly.
This quote just nails it. Think about it. It allows your professional association to go from being a once-a-year event provider to becoming a 24/7 classroom. It turns into this constant resource that you can tap into whenever you need it, which completely changes the game in terms of the value you get.
And get this is not some theoretical, far-off idea. It is happening right now. More than a third of all corporate training is already being delivered this way. So this isn't some passing trend, it's a huge fundamental shift in how we approach professional development. So why is everybody moving in this direction? Well, it's because it's a massive win-win. It's a win for you, the learner, and it's a huge win for the organizations putting on these events.
Okay, for you, the person actually doing the learning, the benefits are pretty obvious. You can learn at your own pace, on your own time, which we know helps you remember more. That community you built doesn't just vanish, it keeps going online. And maybe most importantly, if you can't travel for whatever reason, you don't have to miss out on all that amazing content anymore.
And for the associations? Oh, it's a total game changer. All of a sudden, their audience isn't limited to just the people who can afford a plane ticket. It's global. This model creates non-stop value that keeps members engaged all year long, which, let's be honest, opens up some seriously powerful new ways to generate revenue beyond just selling tickets.
I absolutely love this quote because it gets straight to the point. All those incredible speakers and panels from the conference, that's not just a one-time performance. It's a goldmine of content that can be repackaged and shared, providing value for months, even years after the fact. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how does it actually work in the real world? What does the blueprint for a successful blended learning program even look like? It really breaks down into a pretty simple 3-step strategy. First, you prep people before they even show up with online basics. That way, you're not wasting precious in-person time on the 101 stuff. Second, you repurpose everything, record every single session, and build out a massive on-demand library. And third, you have to foster that community year-round with things like online forums and webinars to keep the conversation and the learning alive. It becomes a cycle, not a one-off event.
Now, of course, it's not always a walk in the park. There are challenges. Organizations have to get the tech right, and maybe most importantly, they have to make sure the online stuff is just as engaging and high quality as the live event. It definitely takes commitment, but the payoff is just enormous.
So let's zoom out and bring this all together, because this really isn't just about the future of conferences. This is about completely reimagining your own professional growth. The big takeaway here is that blended learning isn't just a trend, it's the new standard. The whole idea of professional development being a once-a-year shot in the arm is over. The future is continuous, it's integrated, and it's accessible whenever and wherever we need it. And that really just leaves us with one last really important question to think about. Is your professional growth an event, or is it a journey? Because with this shift, it can finally be the journey it was always meant to be.